I think we're live, guys. I think we are live. If you are here, if you're with me, you can see me, if you can hear me, let me know. Let me know. Let's get some people in here, guys. Let's go and get people in here. I'm starting up Facebook as well. And then after that, I will go ahead and start up TikTok. Let's see here. Awesome. Thank you, Winston. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming in. Let's see here. It kind of delays a little bit when people start coming in. So I'll just sit here and kind of wait for you guys to come in. While you guys are coming in, if you could let me know who is your daddy and what does he do? No, if you could let me know where you're from, and also tell me who is your daddy and what does he do. That would be great. Marina is from Malaysia. That is absolutely awesome. Isn't Malaysia where like people have the longest life expectancy? Like, don't people live to like 130 in Malaysia or something like that? I remember like seeing like a little documentary about that, and I was just like, man, people are living long lives out there. It must be good stuff. Thank you for tuning in. We got North Texas in the house. We got Alaska. We got Michigan. We got North Carolina in here. We got California. We got Seattle. We got Arizona, Nebraska. We got South Texas Daddy. Oh, no? Okay, all right, fair enough. She's like, no, we live short lives in Malaysia. Oh, you guys are cracking me up, man. God's country, Kentucky. All right. We got Florida. Awesome. Awesome. Unfortunately, New York. Okay. Pepperoni and bullets. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see here. My father is a retired prison guard. Thank you all for telling me who's your daddy and what does he do. I appreciate that. I need an Olite sugar daddy. Don't we all? Don't we all? If anyone could find someone to purchase Olites for me, that would be fantastic. All right, we got Hartsville, Tennessee. Matthew, what's going on? Texarkana, Arkansas. Texarkana, I haven't heard of that before. That's an interesting city name. Philippines and now in Corpus Christi. That's awesome. Albuquerque, Vermont. What's going on, Joshua? How we doing? What's up, Cami? Rochester, Illinois, Minnesota, and 34. Colin, it is always cold. It is always cold for you. It's going to be like the middle of July, and Colin's going to be like, well, it's 44. No, I'm sure it'll warm up maybe 1 month out of the year in Minnesota, but power to you. I hope you have a good jacket. Cool. We got Michael from Georgia. What's up? We got Kevin with the triple haze. So let's go ahead and start up TikTok as well, because it is a triple haze situation right now. Because we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and also TikTok. We got 3 haze for all 3 platforms. Just a heads up, guys, we are going to be giving away some Gobers at the end of this video, so stick with me. You will have a chance to win one of these. Literally one of the most useful lights that I have. I know, you know, it's not an X9R or not a super thrower or something like that, but it really is something that I use every single day, because I keep 2 of these on the back of my backpack. And then also I put one of these on my dog collar, right? So whenever I walk the dog or I'm walking around at night, anything like that, I've got my backpack on. And then I have the 2 lights on the back because I don't have eyes in the back of my head. So that way people can see me, cars can see me and things like that from the back. And then they can see my dog as well with this being on her collar. So this is actually one of the most useful lights that I have. So we're going to be giving these away at the end of the video. So hang out. I do have, you guys can see there from the description of the YouTube live video, I do want to get your recommendations and just kind of ideas on a few different things. First thing that I want to ask you guys about is what light do you think we should come out with in magnesium alloy next? Obviously, we need to do more magnesium alloy lights because this was just incredibly popular when it first came out. The finish is actually holding up really well on it. This one right here definitely has taken a little bit of a beating. You can see kind of on the finish there how, it's a little bit scratched up on this. I've used this light a lot since I first got it. I even got it before they officially came out. And I've really been impressed with the finish. It's got a nice feel to it. The interesting thing about it is it's not even actually like scratches that are on it. It's just little marks, like little like snail trails, I guess you could call it. I know people call that, they use that term for like titanium and things like that. So it isn't actually like legitimate scratches going through the entire finish. There's just like little portions that are a little bit shinier than other parts. So even after like extensive use and just dropping it and just like not really caring about it, it's still holding up really well. So it's nice to see. I have dropped this a few times and I don't have any like significant dents on it either. So I think this magnesium alloy stuff is easily just as strong as our aluminum lights for sure. And I think it's probably even stronger. This finish on here again, I know I just talked about that. This finish on it has I don't know, it's like really holding up really well. Like you can see the wear on there, but it's really like not a big deal. So I am really pleased with the magnesium alloy material and then the finish that we used on it, this kind of like tough coating. And then also I do like the color of the tan itself, right? We've come out with a lot of different versions of tan. I know this is like a pretty controversial subject with Olight. I know some of them have been more of like a dark brown instead of like an actual tan. So I know when this one came out, when I first got it in hand, I was like, hey, look, it's like actually like legit tan. It's like the FDE tan that I've been looking for. So I think this has a lot going for it. I just wanted to mention that real quick, considering that I've been using this light right here specifically for quite some time now. I actually went traveling with it. I went down to Florida a couple months ago with this, and it was great. It was great. Took it on the airplane, all that good stuff, and it was perfect. So really been a fan of this light, but yeah, I want to get some ideas here. The Warrior 3S would be really cool. That's a good one, Glenn. Absolutely, that would be fun to see. I think it'd be fun. Yeah, 50 Shades of FDE, dude. Right? A headlamp would be cool. Yeah. The Pro Max and copper. Dang. Okay. Dude, that would be heavy. But I mean, I think we should do it anyways. Yeah, you're right. I bought the Desert Tank. Okay, cool. So you have one of these, John? You got one of these? An OTF Spork in titanium. Come on, man. Greg, you want an OTF Spork so bad. S1R Baton 2, best Olight ever. Very cool. Very cool. That's why we come out with it in so many different flavors. It would be cool for us to do it again. I think the reason why we kind of relaxed on coming out with so many different versions of the S, or you mean the S2R Baton 2, right? The S2R Baton 2, I know we kind of relaxed on coming out with new versions of that because we've been coming out with so many other Baton products, right? We even just came out with the new Ocean Camo version of the Baton 3. So we're still coming out with new versions of the Baton lights for sure, even lights like the Baton 3 that have been out for, I mean, the Baton 3 has been out for over a year, easy, right? It's been out for like maybe a year and a half, and we still literally just came out with another version of that light. So it's good to see that, these lights are so popular that they can be out for multiple years, and we're still coming out with new versions of it because the demand is still there. And that's why the Baton lights are so awesome. Magnesium O-Pen would be great as well. Yeah, that would be really cool. That would be nice to have like a matching pen with this light. That would be really nice. That's a really good call. A Warrior Mini 2. Yeah, a Warrior Mini 2 is definitely needed because this Baton 3 Pro Max, like it doesn't have the tail switch, right? So I think we need a magnesium light with the tail switch. The Warrior 3S again would be really cool. Let's see. A titanium bit driver, that would be cool. That'd be nice. I actually have one of these right here. The Opry Pro, is probably my favorite pry bar. I wanted to mention this to you guys as well. I don't know kind of what your favorite feature is on a pry bar multi-tool, like one of these little compact multi-tools. For me, I like having a bottle opener for the weekend, right? Having a pry bar is very good. Also, having these little bits in here is really awesome. I appreciate this little kind of titanium door that holds the bits in place. And then here, I'll go ahead and dump these bits out. So basically, it has this little titanium door. It's got these two bits in here. So it's got Torx and then it has Phillips head flathead. And then basically, you take one of the bits and you can actually put it into the back of it there, right? So now it's literally a screwdriver now, you see? So I can just work on things, tighten things up that loosen up a little bit. Obviously, you're not going to be going to like job sites with something like this. This is just for like small little tasks when you're out and about. But it's really great. It works really well. Considering the fact that you can put the bit in the back of it right here, allows you to actually be able to crank down on it and get a little bit of torque when you're trying to tighten things up or loosen them up. It's really cool, man. This OPRI Pro is pretty fantastic. It's got most of the features that I would want. Look, I just tossed both of those bits back in there. I'm going to close the drawer, and there we go. I'm calling this a drawer, like the little arm, I guess you could call it, like the little latch. I'm going to close the door. And then the bits are back in there, right? Did you see how easy that was? And all it is just like this little titanium multi-tool. I suggest everybody have a little OPRI Pro. What do you work on? So just tightening things up, like have it be screws on a pocket knife. There's torque on here. There's Torx on here. There was like a drawer handle that was too loose recently that I just had to tighten up real quick. Like just little things like in life, you know what I'm saying? Just like little things here and there that loosen up, or things that you need to replace, anything like that. It also has a very large lanyard hole on there. I haven't put a lanyard on this one. I don't know why, because I like putting a lanyard on smaller things because it allows you to be able to grab it easier. But you can put a little lanyard on here. It's got the 3D milled clip if you want to clip it to your pants or shirt pocket. It's just awesome. It even has a little ruler on the side here. It's got a centimeter ruler here, like right there on the side. So OPRI Pro is great. It even has a little whistle, which is really funny to see. But having a whistle when you're out and about is legit. When I first started like talking about EDC whistles, people were like, "Really, a whistle?" And I'm like, look, I'm not saying that this whistle needs to replace your knife or firearm, okay? I'm saying that this whistle is a good way to get people's attention if you're in a stressful situation, right? Um, I would probably try the whistle first before you resort to weapons, right? When you're in a difficult situation. Sometimes getting people's attention is good enough. If you're trying to get some like like if you're like downtown in a city and there's some weird person around you, you can pipe the whistle, try and get them away from you, have people look at you, things like that. So when you think of it in that sense, where it's like, oh, well, maybe you're around other people, you want to get their attention, having a whistle actually is kind of nice. What's cool too is you've got this whistle portion here and it comes down just to the bottle opener portion there. So you got a really stout, large bottle opener there. A whistle on a job site is great. That's another really, really good example. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like having a whistle is totally fine. Like it's not, the whistle isn't in place to replace something else that's completely different. It's literally just an addition to your EDC, and it's a smart thing to have. Are you going to be walking around blowing a whistle all day? Like, no, but is it good to have on you on a regular basis? Yeah, it is. It is. I love having a whistle as a part of my EDC. I also have one of those little titanium whistles that look like bamboo, and I have one of those on my keys as well. So if I'm carrying this, I actually have two whistles on me. along with my titanium IXV that I carry on a daily basis as well. I talked about that last week. So it is legit. I like whistles in the library. I'll tell you what, if you blow a whistle in a library, at least get it on camera, because that way you can like post it on TikTok or something and try to go viral with it. All right. You can be a little prankster on the internet and probably get 1 million views from that or something. Uh, I agree with Greg on the pin light and the Torx thing. Yeah. So it would be really cool. Well, are you referring to having the O-Pen Pro in the magnesium alloy? The two lights that I would really like to see is the O-Pen Pro and also the Warrior 3S. I feel like both of those would be really, really cool to have in the magnesium alloy. Okay. I think both of those would make a lot of sense. We need a legit tactical light in the FDE with the magnesium. And then also I would love to have a matching pin to go with this as well. Those are two really great suggestions that I definitely want to put in after this live video. Next thing I wanted to ask you guys, so we got the Freeze 3 right here. I know, this was very controversial when it came out because it sold out extremely fast. You guys were loving this when we first released it. Obviously due to the fact that it's so popular, we'd love to come out with a new version of this. So I'd like to know kind of from you guys, like what scales you would like, and if you would like to see the Damascus again, or maybe you would want some other kind of steel for this. So, let me know in the comment section, just like what you would prefer, what you would like to see from the next version of the Freeze 3. But it's really cool to see you guys really liking these. It's the first knife that we did out of Damascus, so I know that was very exciting. And not only was it the first knife that we made out of Damascus, but also it has this just absolutely massive blade. So I thought it was very ambitious to do one of the largest blades we've ever done in one of the most exotic materials we've ever done. So there's a lot of stuff going on with this knife that we've never done before. That I think makes it, special and really cool. Also, it's very, very limited as well. Shrek shaving, I know. Yeah, I need to. Should I just start shaving with this? Yeah. I don't want to get this too close to my face. I'll pretend to shave over here so I don't. Thumb stud version. Renee, that would be cool. Renee here on YouTube said it'd be cool to take off the flipper tab and do a thumb stud version. That's a really great recommendation. It'd be fun to, like the spider flick, like the middle finger flick. I love doing that with the knife. Oh, cool. Okay. So it has this fuller. I know some people call it a blood groove, but that's actually not what it's called. It's called a fuller. And you can actually flick it open with that. Look, watch this. Wait, hold on. Ooh, okay, I got it. One more time. Here we go. There we go. Here. Okay, so you can actually do the middle finger flick with the fuller on here, and that works. That's pretty cool. That shows you how good the action is on this. Look at that. The Roboto is a great size, but slick in the hands. Needs G10. That would be cool. That would be nice. Aluminum and titanium scales. So here's the thing. Damascus with carbon fiber scales. That would be very cool. So there is kind of a predicament with the O knife line. The thing with it is that we want to continue making things that are easily accessible for most people who follow our brand. The thing about our brand is we offer products in all shapes and sizes and all different price points. So we have fans who don't spend a lot of money, and we have fans who spend a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And everything in between. There's people who only have our keychain flashlight. There's people who have an entire shelf full of X9Rs and Marauder 2s, right? So we're kind of in this constant battle of like, we want to make high-end, like nice, high-quality, expensive stuff, but we also want to make things that are easily accessible for most people as well. So with these knives, having the steel liners, having the G10 scales allowed us to have a sub $100 price point for a knife that even has a Damascus blade. So on a lot of these O knife products, where we've been like trying to figure out ways to cut costs so that we're not selling $200 pocket knives, right? So if we made this knife with titanium scales, with carbon fiber scales, things like that, the only thing to keep in mind is the price would be significantly higher. If this was a titanium frame lock or something like that, it would be probably a $200 knife, right? So then we get to the point where it's like, are people going to pay that for it? You know what I mean? Like, how many people are going to buy this knife for $200? Because there's more people who are going to buy this knife for $80 than $200. You know what I mean? So again, it's that battle of, we want to make stuff that most people can buy, regardless of how much money they have, but we also want to make things that are high end and good quality. Okay, and yes, yeah. Make an automatic, for crying out loud. That would be cool. Carpy, look at the economy too. Yeah, no, I agree. Troy, that's a good point. Like doing multiple versions of a knife. So we did do that one time. We did do it one time, and it was with the splint. Do you guys remember that we made a splint with S35 VN steel, and it was a titanium frame lock? Then again, how much did it cost? $160, $170, something like that. So we have made a titanium frame lock with a very, very nice high-end steel, but again, it was almost $200. You know what I mean? So that's the part from like a business standpoint. There's no way to like for you guys to figure this out. It's just a business decision of like, if we make something more expensive, we need to make sure that we're going to sell it, right? When you get into those higher price points for knives, I know people get a lot more selective on what they want to buy. Like if something costs $80 and you mostly like it, you'll be like, all right, I'll probably get it. Like it's not even $100. Like I like it for the most part. I'll go ahead and grab it. But if something costs $200 or more, you're not just going to be like, all right, let me just buy it. Like you're going to think more about the decision. And if it's not exactly what you want, you might not get it, right? There's less of the impulse because it's a heck of a lot more money, So that's another thing to consider as well, is impulse buying things that are cheap. Yeah, that's easy. If something costs $20, like, and you like it, yeah, sure, I'll grab it. But if something costs $300 and I like it, I'm like, do I really like it? You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. And these are the thoughts that are in my head. I'm just thinking about the things that go through my head when I'm making a purchasing decision based on something not expensive and something expensive, right? Anyways, I'm just kind of like ranting about this subject. The thing is, I think part of the reason why this knife was so popular and it sold so quickly is because of the fact that you are getting a lot and it's not a ton of money. Again, you're getting a massive Damascus blade with perfect action. I mean, like perfect fit and finish for less than $100. It's hard to turn that down. How are you going to turn that down? It's one of the best values in the knife industry. If you spend $80 with another brand, you're probably not going to get this action. You're probably not going to get a gigantic Damascus blade. You're probably not going to get all of these things that you're getting with this. So there's a lot of value here with this one. I really want Obai to make an OTF spork. There's literally no one making it yet. Greg, that would be the reason why there's probably not a lot of people making an OTF spork is because of the fact that it's probably difficult to figure out. Like think about this. If it's an OTF, if it's an OTF spork, like with the actual like cup of the spork, like the part of the spork that you use, like the bowl of the spork, would that go all the way into the handle, or would it be just kind of like sitting on top? So then when you hit the button, would it just elongate the spork? Or would you want the handle to completely conceal the spork? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was just the handle, like if you had a short spork and then you flip it open and it becomes a longer spork, that would be substantially easier than trying to figure out how to actually get the spork itself into a handle. You know what I'm saying? Make it thin width-wise. You mean the actual spork itself? Like make it like a thin one almost. I see what you're saying. But then it'd be kind of hard for it to be like actually a spork, because then you're not really getting like the spoon portion of it as much. It's more of just like a flat metal piece. You know what Too many moving parts or too wide. A great fidget clicker too. Well, the good part about it is you would actually be able to play with an OTF like out in public, right? If you're sitting on a park bench, it doesn't matter where you are, even if you're in Texas or somewhere like that. If you're sitting on a park bench, you're like out in public. If you're just going like this with an OTF knife and it's like shing, 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 people are probably going to think you're a psycho and call the police, right? so, so I understand having a non-knife OTF, because then like it's not a knife. Like, who cares? I know. I think Microtech has made a comb OTF, right? Did Microtech make like a comb, like a hair comb, like a beard comb? That's an OTF. I think they did, actually. And that's pretty freaking awesome. Like, that is really, really cool. Do the sport. Oh, they did? They did? Yeah, that's really cool. It's probably like $250 because Microtech is expensive. I mean, as they should be. They're wonderful products. I think they deserve the price that they're getting for their products. But you know, it's like 150. What is it? What does it cost? Like $200, probably. Because it's basically the same thing as like an Ultra Tech, except instead of the knife blade, it's just a comb, right? I think it was 350. Yeah. I mean, yeah. By no means am I bagging on Microtech's pricing. I think they make wonderful products. They're USA made, wonderful warranty. I mean, I think they're charging what they should charge. But for a comb, that is expensive. The Microtech comb was almost $400. See, that's when it's like you've got some extra money that you just want to have fun with. I get it, though. I get it. Velcro Cruh. There's your shout out. Velcro Cruh. It'd be awesome to have more options for customization, more colors of bezels and clips, so we can do crazy customizations. Christopher, nice. Park bench. Sean, you wearing your khakis today? So, all right, we got a few. All right, let me go gadget spork. Nice. I love my Gar. That thing is a knife. Yeah, absolutely, Patrick. I actually have mine right over here. It's wonderful. Yeah, the Gar is a very, very cool knife. So Christopher here on Facebook, he was saying that it'd be nice to have more options for customization, more colors for bezels and clips. So basically saying like in-house modding, basically. I don't mean like legitimate modding, like you're changing out the LED and things like that, but being able to change up like the color of the tail cap or the color of the clip, have like the clip colors available again. When the S Mini came out, I don't know if you guys remember the S Mini. By far one of my favorite Olights of all time. They're these super tiny little EDC lights called the S Mini. We came out with several different versions of it. We came out with like the rainbow and the copper and the polished tie and so many different versions of it. One of the really cool things that we did when that light came out is we actually offered the clips for all the different colors separately. So if you wanted to, you could buy like the polished titanium version, and then you could put like the rainbow clip on it or something like that. And I think that was really, really cool. The only thing about it is from like a business standpoint, it was kind of difficult because, we were getting all these orders for all these random little clips and things, and it was making shipping a little bit more difficult. Also, because of the fact that we just don't charge much for accessories, we weren't making any money off of it. You can only charge so much for a pocket clip, you know what I'm saying? So it was more of just kind of like a passion project. It was more of us just doing something because we thought it would be cool and our fans would like it. It was popular, but it was a little bit of a mess, offering like 10 different colored pocket clips on the website. Um, but it would be really cool given the things that we know now and the fact that our website is so much better and our shipping team is so much better. Like we're simply just a better company now than we were when the S Mini came out. Um, I think it would be possible for us to do something like that again. But again, it is a lot of effort without actually really making any money off of it, as a business. But that would be really cool for us to offer like different colored pocket clips and stuff like that again. The front bezels is a little bit trickier because a lot of them are like press fit and things like that. So they are quite difficult to take off for most people. Like we don't design the front bezels to be removed by you guys. That's why we have such a good warranty program, is if there's anything going on with your light, you can send it in and we can take care of it for you. So the front bezel, we probably wouldn't like promote for people to like take those off too much. I know with the Warrior 3, Warrior 3S, people swap out the front bezel if they want like the spikier, more tactical bezel. But for some people, it is difficult to take off that front bezel. So that's something to keep in mind. But the pocket clips would be really, really cool to have different colored pocket clips, like even have like a tan clip for this, for example. That would be awesome. I'll definitely submit that suggestion for us to maybe do different colored clips and things like that. That would be really cool. So anyways, I went really hard on that question, but it just got me thinking about things we've done in the past and maybe how we could do it again, but a little bit better. So thanks for getting my wheels spinning. Very, very good question. Bless my life with like not okay. So Matthew here on Facebook just said, bless my life with like 9 million. Wait, I'm sorry. No, 93,748,374 different variants of the Warrior Mini 2. All right, Matthew. That's a very large number, sir. Whistle keychain light with a rubber mouthpiece to hold in your mouth. That is true. This Opry Pro and even the little bamboo titanium ones that we have, I think we might be. We usually sell whistles on obuy.com. That's our other website where we sell like outdoor gear that isn't flashlights and knives. Obuy.com, we typically have like the little titanium whistles on there. I'm not sure if we have them in stock right now, but we usually sell them there. You're right. You don't want to hold a big chunk of titanium in your teeth. That's probably not pleasing to your dentist. So maybe like a little rubber piece or something like that. That does make sense, especially if you want to like hold it in your mouth, for sure. Let's see. Yeah, Joseph also says, Sean, are you wearing khakis today? So like, it was back in the day. It's like a really old joke. It's very funny when people bring up like old things. But but there was this meme going around like a couple of years ago or something in the Facebook group, and it was about like, do you guys remember the old State Farm commercial where it's like Jake from State Farm, but the old Jake from State Farm where he's like up late at night like talking on the phone, and she's like, "What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?" And he's like, khakis. You know what I'm saying? So somebody like redid that meme and said like, it's Sean from Olight. It's like me sitting in the chair like khakis. So instead of it being Jake from State Farm, it's Sean from Olight. It was just very funny. I did a really bad job of explaining that meme. I feel like it's hard to explain memes and jokes when it's like after the fact, but you know what I'm talking about. It was very funny. It was very funny. I've done it for you. Yeah, there you go. I bet he's hideous. Yeah. Just bright. Yeah, you're exactly right. Sean in khakis. Cool. All right, guys. So I appreciate it. I really appreciate all the feedback. I feel like we talked about some fun things. Even went down memory lane with a few things we've done in the past. Just a heads up. Of course, I will be going live next week. I'll be back in town before then, but actually tomorrow I am leaving to go back to Florida, which is where I'm originally from, and I'm going to go visit my mom for her 70th birthday. So I figured it's a really, really big celebration. It's a really big milestone for my mom. So I'm going to be down in Florida from Saturday until Wednesday, and I'll be back to work on Thursday and Friday. So next week, I'll definitely be going live, of course, because I'll be in town at the end of next week. But maybe I can catch up with you guys and talk about some things I'm going to be doing down in Florida. But it should be a really good time. Got kind of a little mini vacation. I'm going somewhere that's warm. Maybe I'll even be able to go out to the beach. We'll see how it goes. But the point of the trip is to to ring in such a big milestone birthday with my mom. So it should be pretty fantastic. My brother's going to be there. My sister-in-law is going to be there. We're going to have some old friends who are going to be there as well. So all kinds of like very special people in my life. I'll be able to see them, over the course of the next few days. So I'm very excited about that. It's going to be very awesome. I still have a ton of work to do today before I actually get to go off on vacation, but I'm very excited about that. So anyways, with that said, happy birthday, Mom. Absolutely. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate that. So with that said, let's go ahead and give some stuff away and let you guys go enjoy your fantastic weekend. It's finally starting to warm up a little bit. I know in Minnesota for Colin, it's still in the 30s. but I know for a lot of you guys, it's starting to warm up a little bit. So if it is warm, make sure to get outside and enjoy yourselves this weekend. We're going to start the giveaway with TikTok right here. We're going to give away a Gober. I'm going to ask you guys a random Olight question. Whoever answers the question first, actually the top 3 people to answer the question first will be able to go for it in the random number generator. So top 3 people to answer this question correctly, you'll be put into a random number generator. The generator will tell me who wins out of those top 3 people. So the only thing you need to do on your part, the only thing you need to think about is, can I answer this question as fast as possible correctly? Okay. All right. Let me pull up this question. TikTok, I hope you're ready for this. Going to be giving away some Gobers. Such a fun little light. I love the Gober. I hope we come out with it in like 8,000 colors because that's how much I love it. I hope we keep coming out with it. I really do. Cool. All right. Awesome. Okay. Here we go. TikTok. This is your giveaway question in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is the weight of the Warrior 3S in ounces? How many ounces does the Warrior 3S weigh? Freddie is ready with moist spaghetti tacos. Please stop. That's so gross. Just the spaghetti tacos is gross, but saying they're moist spaghetti tacos, that is not pleasing. That is not pleasing, okay? Moist spaghetti tacos. I feel like that needs to be a band name or something. Like, wouldn't that be funny? Like, you go to a concert and they're like, we got moist spaghetti tacos coming up next. Okay, here we go. So I do have the right answers. Okay, here we go. Fulliger, Charlie, Andy. Fulliger, Charlie, Andy. All right. So those were the top 3 people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1, 2, 3. I'm putting you guys into the Google random number generator. I'm going to reload 1 through 3. Generate. Number 3 is the correct person. 3 is Andy. Andy P 318. Andy P 318. Very, very well done, Andy P 318. You win. So in order for you to be able to get your free light, I need to be able to ship it somewhere. So if you could just send me an email to Sean, SEAN, at olightstore.com, just like our website, olightstore.com. So SEAN at olightstore.com. Tell me the address you want me to send it to, and that's it. Please email me today before I go on my trip so I can go ahead and set that up. Andy, you won. You won, Andy. So, Andy, please send me an email. Sorry, Andy said that it crashed for him. He's back in. Send me an email, Sean, SEAN, at olightstore.com with your shipping address today so I can go ahead and set up that shipment for you before the weekend, okay? Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you all for being here on TikTok. We got thousands of likes from you guys. Thank you all for tapping your screen and doing all those cool things. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week. Okay. No more TikTok. TikTok is closed. It is bye-bye. So now we have YouTube next. Facebook, you will be after YouTube. I've not forgotten about you. All right. So let's go ahead and do the giveaway here on YouTube. Let's do the giveaway on YouTube. Let's get some Ready Freddy's, not moist spaghetti tacos. Let's leave out the moist spaghetti taco. I got my coffee over here and I haven't even drank it. It's 1:20. I'm still drinking coffee. For me, I'll drink coffee until like 2 to 3 p.m. I feel like 3 p.m. is kind of cut off. If I'm drinking caffeine after 3 p.m., it kind of messes with my sleep. But I can rip coffee until 3 p.m. It's not 3 yet. It's goober time. It's goober time. I kind of wish it was called the goober, actually. All right. Here we go. Let me pull up this question. All right. Again, top 3 people to answer correctly. You're being put into the random gen. Perfect. Okay. Here we go, guys. YouTube. This is your giveaway question in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is the length of the Baton 3 Pro Max in inches? How long is the Baton 3 Pro Max in inches? How many inches long is the Baton 3 Pro Max? Philly, you are freaking cracking me up today, bro. Philly said 69 inches. That would be a long flashlight. I know what you're doing. Okay, here we go. So Fooliger, you're number 1 again. You did not win last time, so that's fine. We're gonna use your name. We also have it's JP and Dennis. Oh, no. It's JP. Your answer was wrong. I'm sorry. Your answer was wrong. It was 4.49 inches. That was the correct answer. So the first 4.49 is Fooliger. The second 4.49 is Dennis Griffin. And the third 4.49 is, geez Louise, Tim Irons. Tim Irons. Yep. Fooliger, number 1. Dennis Griffin, number 2. Tim Irons, number 3. Fooliger, Dennis, Tim. All right, cool. Dennis, Tim. Cool. Random gen. I'm going to reload the screen, start from scratch. 1 through 3. 1 through 3. Generate. Number 1. So that's Fooliger, right? Fooliger, you win. Second time's the charm. Second time's the charm, Fooliger. So congratulations. Send me an email, Sean, SEAN, at olightstore.com. SEAN at olightstore.com. Well done. Well done. JP, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I wanted you to be a part of it, but then I was like, oh, no, it's not you, actually. So fully agree, it was you. Well done. Again, send me an email, Sean, SEAN at olightstore.com. Thank you guys for cracking me up. 99% of us are losers in a good way. Thank you, Just Brett. No one's a loser, okay? No one's a loser. You're a winner in your own mind, and that's what counts. You're all winners in your own heads, okay? Thank you all so much for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it. I love all the feedback that I got today. Got some really good answers from you guys. I'm definitely going to submit that feedback. I'd like for us to come out with some different versions of these products like what we were talking about today. So thank you for the feedback. Thank you for all the wonderful comments. I love doing these live videos. It's a great way to end the week. Headed out to Florida to see Mom. It's going to be fantastic. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. All right, let's go.